Hello, we are live. We did it, folks. Welcome to the April 2022 live stream. Should be on both Facebook and YouTube, but I was having some technical issues with Facebook earlier today, so I don't actually know if it's going to carry. I really hope it is. I launched these shows initially just for Facebook content, so it would be a real pisser if if it doesn't go on Facebook. But either way, it'll be on YouTube, so that's super awesome. Oh, cool. We've already got a comment. Conspiracy Media. Right on. And Tobias Reese in the house. How's it going, guys? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. Just got the thing. Yeah, we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook's end. All right, cool. Sure, whatever. No, whatever. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I guess it's not on Facebook. Well, Facebook sucks, and that's okay. It is what it is. Cool. All right. Cool. So, we're just getting all set up here. All right. Well, I hope everybody's doing well out there, and it's really good to see you all. I can even hit little comments on the sidebar here, and then they pop up on the screen. See, I'm really learning how this all works. First things first, I got some audio equipment. It's about damn time. So I've got, I went into Long and McQuaid in Winnipeg, and I was just going to get the Scarlett 2i2 and just like a different condenser mic I had my eye on. And then I saw the Scarlett Studio package, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Save a little bit of money and get everything I need. And honestly, it's all working pretty well. So I got the condenser mic, the Scarlett 2i2, goes into an iRig, and then boom, we're broadcasting from my mobile device. Didn't think that would ever happen in good quality, but it seems that here we are. So we got a lot to get to tonight, and it's awesome that Tobias Reese is in the house because he just released a new album back on the 22nd, which I had a proud hand in co-producing for vinyl. But how did I learn all the tricks to make vinyl sound good? Well, that was from a very skilled musician and producer by the name of Nick Howell. So we're going to bring him on now, and let's just hang out, have a good time, and share the stream around, and by all means, don't be shy in the comments. Feel free to shitpost, do whatever you like, and hey, Nick, there you are.
Hello. How's it going today?
Oh, living the dream. Yeah, just as I feared. Facebook isn't working, so that really blows. But we got the whole thing live on YouTube, so whatever is what it is.
Yeah.
We oh god, yeah. We can exist outside the metaverse for a night, and I think we're all going to be a lot better for it. I really do.
Don't let Mark Zuckerberg hear you say that.
Oh, I'm going to get zucked for sure. I wonder if I got zucked and that's why it's not working. Oh, I wouldn't know. Oh, whatever. Oh, jeez. Very cool. Yeah, Tobias being very nice. I couldn't release this without Mike Hangeth, so I really do appreciate that because I feel like I get a lot more credit than I deserve for Tobias's album. But we can chat all about that as we go along. And then of course, hello, Nick. So this is so cool. I can just like
Tobias.
put little comments on the screen
Good to
there
meet
as
you.
we go. Right on. And Conspiracy Media in the house as the album turned out awesome. I totally agree. What an awesome record it was. Yeah, right on. Oh, and Tobias has already been out checking your stuff. So that's super awesome.
Video for It's Only You.
It's
I
only
don't know
you.
which video that is.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe there are two Nick Howells. I'm not too sure.
could
That's
be.
okay.
I think there's
Yeah,
more
but-
than two, actually. There's a football player, Nick Howell.
Oh, really?
And I think there's a sports announcer too.
Nice.
That is also Nick Howell.
Well, that's pretty cool. So then when you're live, you could say, I'm Nick Howell, but not that Nick Howell or the other Nick
Yeah.
Howell. Yeah, I was born and raised in Windsor, Ontario. And I was like, well, Mike Haggith, like, that's a pretty unique name. And then I turned out I found out later there was a guy in London, Ontario, like just up the 401 2 hours. He's also named Mike Haggith. And he got facebook.com/Mike Haggith before I could. So I had to be facebook.com/Mike.Haggith. Still a little salty about that. It is what it is. Yeah. Space Piranha? Oh, cool. Space Piranha. Good evening. Looking forward to the tunes tonight. Well, I really do appreciate that. Hello to the Lily Pillies from Australia. Speaking of new albums, they also have a new one out. This is just so freaking cool. Tobias says, well, I Gotta Go is pretty cool.
That one is mine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's and that's a great tune. That might be my favorite off the Traveler album. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. But we have tons of time for me to fangirl, so it's all good. Yeah, 15th Bend, right on. 15th Bend in the house. I got to zoom in, just dropping by to say hi as promised. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, right on, right on. Lily Pilly's gonna be lurking a little bit, and that's totally cool. I only had today off, really, like the whole month, which is why we had to do the 27th. But as we're broadcasting, so is Thomas Christ, and he has a show called You Rock, and it's super awesome. And I hate the fact that we're going at the same time as him, but I didn't really have choice, which kind of sucks. Cool. And thank you very much. Stopping by to say have a good show. Right on. Appreciate it. And you can always catch a replay if you want to hang out at Thomas Christ's channel. Frankly, Thomas Christ is a lot better than me, so I don't blame you one bit. Cool. All right. Well, we are here with Mr. Nick Howell, the man, the myth, the legend, but not the Nick Howell you know or the other Nick Howell you know, but the third one. Tell everybody all about yourself, man.
Well, I'm from Wabashine, Ontario, bustling metropolis. I think we have maybe 1,000 people in town. So
Whereabouts
pretty
is
small
that?
town. Wabashine is like maybe an hour and a half north of Toronto.
Oh, okay. Right
It's
on.
right on Georgian Bay.
Oh,
Or if you've
nice.
heard
Okay.
like Muskoka area, it's kind of the start of Muskoka.
Right on. Okay. Well, that's got to be beautiful up there, eh?
Yeah. I just kind of write my own stuff and put my own music out there and rock out, I guess.
Short and sweet, man. I like it. Yeah. At the end of the day, we're both just a couple of white guys with acoustic guitars. I mean, what more can you really say, right?
That's right.
So, I mean, my whole childhood growing up, I was all about music, and I couldn't, stop myself from writing songs, even from an early age, even songs that absolutely, totally sucked ass. Didn't matter. I was always writing them, always coming up with stuff. So it just sort of is what it is. But so I always grew up with this idea that, I'm going to be releasing CDs when I'm older. And then as I got into my early teens, I fell in love with vinyl. And for about 15 years, I just wished every morning when I woke up that I could get an album out on vinyl. And it just seemed so impossible to do, right? Because like you look at, disc makers or all these short run pressing sites, and they all make you charge, like $3,000 for like 100 LPs. And like,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
have
pretty
just
sure...
$3,000 lying around here.
Well, no, man. And even if we like did have that kind of money, I mean, my album Bridges is probably only sold about 40 copies, and like that's pretty solid, I guess. But like, how the hell would I sell 100 LPs? And like, even just to break
Yeah.
even, sell them at $30 a pop? Like, it's just so not feasible, right? So I just like totally resigned to it. Said I'll never get vinyl. I'll never be able to do it, and it just absolutely gutted me. So then, when it was time to release the Bridges album, I started looking around, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if there was a site where I could just like upload the template, and then whenever somebody wanted a CD, they could just buy it, and that one unit gets manufactured and sent to them, and then it doesn't cost me anything. Because the alternative is order in a minimum of 100 discs and then whatever. So that really, I did that for my album before Bridges, and I think I've only got about 15 of those left. So that's done pretty well. But you know, it just I wanted to try something different. So I came across this site called Kunaki, which makes DIY or like made to order CDs, but then I saw they also do made to order vinyl, and I lost my shit. Um, and I was like, man, like
I
it's
did
got
too when I first saw that.
right.
Because when I was
Yeah.
first on Kunaki, they didn't do vinyl. It was just CDs or DVDs.
Oh, really? When was that?
I don't know. That might have been like towards the end of 2016 or the start of 2017
Oh, okay, so
when I
really
found
not
out
that
about
long
them.
ago. No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just as soon as I saw that, my first thought was, no, I'm gonna wake up. This is just it was just a dream, like. And then my second thought was, oh, these have got to sound like crap. Um, for like $35 US a piece, like it's so cheap when you really think about what you're making, right, and what you're getting. Um, so yeah, I made a test pressing and got it back, and it sounded like crap. And I was like, yeah, I knew it. Whatever, this isn't gonna happen. And so I got a little curious, like, well, what if I had to tweak the audio a little bit? And so I started browsing forums, and I came across, I think it was like a Reddit thread, maybe, or Quora or something like that. Anyway, one of those message board sites where people were talking about it, and this user, his first name Nick, was talking all about the process that he used and all this stuff, and then attached an MP3 like digital version of his song, and then right under that to like A and B it, he pulled it right off the vinyl, and I was like, oh my god, the vinyl almost sounds better. And then I listened to it a couple more times, and it was like, holy shit, this song's a banger. Late nights and early mornings. So I was like, well, what the hell is it? Like now I want to hear the whole thing. So I typed in Google one day, Nick late nights, early mornings. And it took a little bit of sleuthing, but I was pretty determined because I just loved the tune and wanted to hear the rest. And then I found you that way, and that's kind of how that all happened. So this is the behind the scenes of the stalking. You're inside the mind of the stalker now. So that's how that all went down. And then from there, I took a lot of the settings that you had talked about at the time, and that's what I used to make the vinyl for Bridges, my new album. And it sounds really good, which I was really not sure it was going to, but it sounds fantastic. So thank you for that.
No problem. Vinyl. I mean,
Yeah.
is there anything that sounds better? I don't think so.
Yeah, really. So like how many test pressings did you have to go through? Like what was your journey? Cuz like mine was easy. I made 3 test pressings, tweaking little things. They all sounded like shit. I came across your suggestions. Bam, it was pretty well perfect sounding.
Instantly good.
You did the work for me, and now I'm taking what I know and passing it down the chain, and I'll talk about that later on. But what was the journey like for you?
Yeah, so for me, it was, I wanted my second album, We Will Go On vinyl. And then, like you, I was looking into the different companies that did it, and I had to order 1,000 copies of this or 3,000 of that minimum order, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't spend that kind of money, and I'm not going to get that much of a return on it. And then I found Kunaki, which I was already using for my CDs. One day it just popped up. You can do a vinyl. I was like, this is new. So I clicked on it, and I was like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. Because their site is kind of weird. If you've never been on the site, it's like it shows you this fake vinyl.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it says weird things
player.
like, sure, you can have a real vinyl, but this fake vinyl player is just as good. But if you want the real vinyl, you can buy it here. It's kind of weird. So
And if you want the fake vinyl, all you have to do is bookmark this in your browser, and you can just do it unlimited for free. It's like, well, what the hell is this? Even Bandcamp stops you after 3 free streams and go, come on, man, like just buy the damn album. It's $8, you know. Like.
James Cunningham is here. All right.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
went through the Rock Odyssey, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, In Love with the Bottle. I'll have to play that tonight for you.
Right on.
Yeah, but so I ordered the first copy, and just like you, it sounded terrible. And
right.
I wondered why, and I thought maybe it's them because they're just starting out with vinyl, or maybe it's me, maybe it's something I did wrong.
Right. The first time I got it, I was like, well, this sounds like shit. But like, obviously, their lathe is super dull, and yeah.
Yeah. Space Piranha. Yeah, there's something about vinyl. Vinyl sales have increased every year for the last few years, and there's something about it that is not captured in Spotify or streaming or whatever else you use. There's something about it, something magical maybe.
Yeah, it's like the difference between active listening and passive listening, right? When it comes to music, right? Where it's one thing to just chuck on a Spotify playlist in the background while you're taking a crap. But it's another one to actually go, I really want to listen, to like Nick Howell's second album, We Will Go On, which I finally was able to get on vinyl, and it sounds absolutely phenomenal, man. Oh my God, it sounds so good. And so, like getting that in the mail, I got that in the mail on a day where I didn't have to go to work. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fix up a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna throw this record on, and I'm just gonna sit, and I'm gonna close my eyes and sip my coffee and just listen to it start to finish. And my God, it's just so good. And I knew it was good. I knew it was good beforehand, and I still came away from it, just like blown away. Because even when you hear all the songs in a YouTube playlist or on Bandcamp or whatever, it's different. When you physically put it down and sink the needle down and sit down and really just focus on it. God, I love it.
It's a whole experience.
It is. It really is. It's not just listening to music. It's really like making yourself a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like there's the whole ritual, the whole thing, and yeah. So anyway, I got the first one back, and it sounded terrible, and I thought, well, maybe, I just took my masters for the CD, and I just sent them to Kunaki to print on vinyl. But I thought maybe because I used limiting, which kind of chops off the top of the audio on the CD. Maybe that just sounds bad on vinyl, so I took off a bunch of the limiting, and then I tried to talk to Kunaki about the RIAA curve. They didn't seem to know what I was talking about. So I added it, and I went through about 3 or 4 not CDs, vinyl records, just trying
the test
to,
pressings.
I knew the audio that I sent out, and I just took the audio that I got back, and I tried to figure out what exactly they kind of did with it. And I was able to, and now I kind of figured it out enough that it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I would say so. So you just basically master your digital versions with vinyl in mind, then, like just right down to the mix and everything, right?
I do now, yeah.
Yeah. This is how I'm starting to think with the album that I'm working on behind the scenes right now, that I've been pretty quiet about because I've been working on this thing for a year and a half, and I'm like 35% done. Because I'm just so busy, and I keep trying to learn new things, and also I'm a lazy piece of crap. So a little bit of all the columns. But yeah, just when you think about it, like when I put on a CD, I really want the vocals to pop. I want those hard S's sometimes. I want to bump up the treble on that. But then for vinyl exports, pull down that 5K something fierce. Now you learn words like sibilants and things. I think I said that right. Sibilants.
Yeah, it's
just like
a whole different mastering process.
Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. Just trying to wrap your head around it all, and I'm still in the novice stage. I'm by no means an expert at all, but yeah, live and learn one day at a time, right?
Yeah, I actually learned.
Yeah.
When I first got the first vinyl back, I had no idea, because I'd never really listened to vinyl before. I just thought it'd be a cool thing to have my album on vinyl. So when I got the first one back, I was listening, and I thought, oh, this is how vinyl sounds. And it sounded terrible. And I was like, oh, that's just vinyl, I guess. But what happened was this freak storm occurred on Halloween night a couple years ago. And my parents' house was flooded. The lake came into their house.
Oh, wow.
In the middle of the night, like basically up to their knee. And so they had to like gut the whole house. And in that whole process, as I was helping them, I got my hands on my dad's record collection. And I was like, hey, Dad, can I take these and listen to them in my studio? And he's like, yeah, sure, go for it. And so I started listening to all my dad's records, and I was just blown away. Like, it sounded so real. It was like the band is actually there in between the speakers. Mm-hmm. And I had never heard anything like that before.
Oh yeah, it's an entirely different experience. That must have been so mind-blowing. Yeah, just thinking like, oh wow, nobody knew what a high fidelity recording sounded like until 1982 with the invention of the CD.
Yeah.
And then going, oh, actually, the CD was a bit of a downgrade, and vinyl sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is too cool, man. So you've got 2 albums out now, right?
Yes. 2 albums. I have Traveler is the first one, and We Will Go On is the second one.
Nice. I've got the digital version of Traveler, because it's just so good for my my phone. I like to listen to it on the go. And then I bought the LP for We Will Go On,
Nice.
And it came with the digital version, so that was fantastic. So Traveler, that was 2016, and this is 2018, if I remember.
We Will Go On's 2019.
Oh, 2019. Okay,
Yeah.
right on. I guess you all in the comments could have fact-checked me had you gone to nickhowellrocks.com, so that's all on you. Actually, I haven't refreshed the comments lately, so maybe somebody did. Super cool. So then, are you working on a new album then, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we went through. I mean, God, 2.5 years of quarantine now, and we're just starting to come out of it. But it was just such a creative period for so many people. Did you find that as well?
No, I don't know.
No.
Why. I just couldn't write anything.
Okay.
Maybe because I was like staying home and not doing anything, so there was no new input, so there couldn't be output. Maybe I'm not sure. I didn't really get any new songs until recently. I've had 3 or 4 new ones in the last month or two.
Nice. So it is starting to come around, and we're gonna get more Nick Howell. Are any of the new songs, allowed to be played? Can we hear one of them? Or we can.
I'll play. Maybe a couple of them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the
sweet.
night brings.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well that would be super cool. I think I can even make you full screen if I. I'll screw around with that all in a little bit. I'll see what I can do to make you full screen and not just a half there. But I could sit here and I could gas you up all day, and I could talk all about how great you are and how phenomenally skilled and talented you are and how awesome you sound and all that stuff. But maybe we should just let the folks who are watching hear for themselves. What do you say, man?
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Well, how about you pick up that guitar there, and I'll try not to kick myself out of my own stream.
Can everyone hear that okay? So this is a new one, and it's going to be on the new album. It's called A Night to Remember. stunning, lucky. Our stars are aligned. Yeah. That was a night to remember.
That was a song to remember, too. You can hear me again? I patched myself in properly?
I can, yes.
Good. Okay. Sweet. I did it. Yeah. Right on. So Tobias, well, here I can just put it up. He says like you can hear the whole band with this, propulsive and yeah. Oh man, that's
thank you.
super awesome. Yeah. People are missing out, stuck on other streams. Yeah. That's why I hate broadcasting at the same time as other folks. And I mean, I hate to step on Thomas's toes at all, and I really do appreciate the folks who are here or even just have us playing in the background because that's so awesome. Like I said, if I could have thrown the show at a time where one of the more established folks or even less established folks wasn't already doing something, I absolutely would have. What a cool song!
It's a good problem
man.
to have,
I
though,
love
to have all these streams, awesome streams to go to.
It really is. It's like. It beats the crap out of flipping through the channels and not seeing anything you want, rather than like having to just like keep jumping back every time one hits a commercial or something. Or I suppose it is really good and yeah. God, yeah, what a cool song, man! I love your guitar tone. It's so bluesy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's just really nice and thick, but still super crisp on the top end. That's so awesome, man. This is my first show with like an interface, and I hope everything's coming through okay. And let us know in the comments if I'm a little too loud or whatever, because I can't adjust Nick's volume, but I can adjust mine. So if I'm louder than him, let me know. I'll turn mine down a bit. If I'm not quite as loud as him, I'll turn mine up a little bit. I still got some room to play with. So yeah, awesome stuff, dude.
And thank you to everyone in the comments.
Yeah, right. It's so fun
Tobias,
having like virtual.
Space Piranha, James Cunningham.
Space Piranha. Can we just take a moment to say that is like the greatest name in the history of names?
It is pretty good.
I came across one band in the comments section on another show, and as soon as I saw the band name, I was like, I don't even give a shit what you sound like. I'm going to buy your album. And the band is called Secondhand Watermelon.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good,
like
and
that.
their album is super cool, man. Like that sort of grungy garage rock type of stuff, but so cool. Really good, really good stuff. Cool. I really like the groove of that song. I kind of have one that sounds a little bit like that. Just not really at all like it, but just in terms of like the same or like a similar
The same
kind of
instrument.
drive. Yeah. So I've got my vintage 12 string here, so we'll get that all going.
I wish I had a 12 string.
Yeah, it's a beautiful instrument. I've got to do a little bit of work with it.
Oh, Tobias is saying, do I have a CD on Bandcamp? I don't have one on Bandcamp, but I do have one on my website, nickhowellrocks.com. Well, I have two on the website.
We'll have to talk
Check
about your
that out.
website. Yeah, we'll have to talk about your website too, 'cause it's so good. It really is. It's a great site. Yeah. Oh, Tobias, I had no idea you wrote you wrote a review for Secondhand Watermelon. Jesus, is there anything? This whole community, we're very tied in a lot of the same spots. We all sort of know a lot of the same people and stuff, so that's super awesome. Yeah, so my uncle bought himself this 12 string as a graduation present, I think, when he was 18. This is 1975. This is an Italian-made 12-string guitar that's really beautiful. And even as a kid, I remembered this guitar, and I absolutely love the way it sounds. When I put the capo on two of the strings go a little bit sharper than they should. So I usually have to kind of sound that out as we go, just to sort of get that all ready. But once I get it, it's pretty good. So very, very minor work at some point, but yeah. Good enough. Doing it all by ear. You gotta love it.
That's the best way.
Right on. Oh yeah, it absolutely is. Sweet. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it kind of reminded me of a bit of the flow of a song from my 2020 album, If Ever Comes a Day. The song's called Morning Star, just because it has a little bit of the same sort of like driving feel to it. But it still sort of holds a bit of that pop rock edge that I'm really, really good at getting. So I hope, how's the level sound? How's that? Everybody can
Sounds
hear the
pretty
guitar and the vocals? Good. All right, right on. My streams up until I got all this interface and everything used to be just the absolute worst quality audio. As soon as I would get the guitar and the vocals going at the same time, oh my God, man, it was just the worst. So that's super cool. I'm glad that it's working. So I will. I guess I'll pop on and I'll do one and then bring you back in and maybe we could just kind of chat a bit and just sort of alternate tunes for the night. How do you feel
Sounds
about
good.
that? Sweet. That's a song I'm working on. So yeah, that should be ready soon.
I love that song.
That's called Escalator to Hell. So right on. Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad everybody's having a good time. All right. I'll give you the boot, but only for a moment. You'll just be kicking around backstage, and I'll get a little more flawless with this as we go along. Cool. All right. There we go. You can still hear me, eh? Give me a little thumb up in the back there. Yeah. Okay, good. He's backstage now. Don't worry. He's not gone forever. He will be back soon. All right, cool. And Tobias, real quick, he says, Nick, your website is good like haggis. You guys make me, you guys make me feel very irresponsible. No. We'll chat all about the websites in a little bit because it's been super cool and really fulfilling. And yeah, so that's super awesome. I guess while I'm playing, I can lose these. The one thing I haven't figured out is how to hear myself through those. But I can hear everything else through there, so I guess it's okay. Yeah. So you guys have probably all heard this one by now, but well, I don't care because it's one of my favorites. So here's a little Morning Star for you, and if you like it, then go check out my 2020 album, If Ever Comes the Day. I should have met you in the summer. I could have been your souvenir. Coming clear. I think I met you in the daytime while we were clinging to our youth. It's in the middle of the night, things are hardly black and white when the lies become the truth. I guess I really miss the way you called my name. Oh, no one ever quite did it just the same. You'll never be alone, I'll always be your friend. I need you, I need you. We used to go down to the river while we were talking on and on. Yeah, we would slip into the park just a little after dark, when the magic was gone. I guess I really miss the wind blowing through your hair. Oh, why'd you disappear when the love was there? You'll never be alone, I'll always be your friend. Oh, baby, I need you, I need you. I see the dawn watching the phone. I feel the light started shining through. I don't know why I sit and cry, faced with the prospect of losing you. Now it's time to go, but you need to know that I've been happier to see this through. And it's such a shame we play this game. Oh, is it something that I got to do? Oh, is it something I forgot to do? Yeah. I guess I really miss the way you called my name. Oh, no one ever quite did it just the same. You'll never be alone, I'll always be your friend. And I guess I really miss the wind blowing through your hair. Oh, why'd you disappear when the love was there? You'll never be alone, I'll always be your friend. And as I look up to the moon, the sun and the stars, I give up everything, know just where you are. You'll never be alone, I'll be there to the end. Oh, baby, I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you. All right, a little Morning Star, right on. Let's get there he is. All right, now
Sounded
I
awesome.
these things back on. Oh, thank you.
That sounded great.
Right on. Thanks, I
It's like
appreciate
really,
that.
like straight from the swamp almost.
Oh yeah.
Like very southern, and it was cool. I loved it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. That might be some of that 12-string magic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just such a fun one to do. So that song was actually the first one that I ever recorded on my iPad with GarageBand iOS. And for the entire If Ever Comes the Day album, everything on there is either programmed virtual instrument, which I used a couple of those throughout, or recorded through the little pinhole microphone on the side of the iPad. That's how I did all the acoustic guitar, all the vocals, all the everything. And then it was a real pain in the ass to mix that and make it all sound good. But but it all came together. But looking back on a lot of those master tapes, I think the whole album is just a little too bright, too shiny to translate very well to vinyl. Just in the sense that I think it would just be sibilance out the ass. So
Yeah.
it would need a pretty extensive remix and remaster for vinyl, and then even if I were to do that, I think it'd be too long. So yeah, I think like the real sweet spot for the vinyl, where you can still get a lot of runtime out of it and it's not too bad, is probably about like 18, 19 minutes a side, because like Kanaki can do up to 22, but then they start thinning out your grooves and that things
Yeah.
get a little quieter. How long are the sides on your LP? Because all I know is I put it on and listened to it and it sounded great, and like it didn't really sound like the songs were shortened at all.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I might have the answer.
No, I'm putting him to work.
I don't have the answer per side, but it's 37 minutes overall for the
Ooh.
songs on We Will Go On.
18 and a half minutes aside. That's actually pretty much to the second how I dialed in Tobias Reese's album. When I was kind of going through that, I helped him sequence it, and I was like, well, let's just. He had some longer tracks, and I was like, well, if we do like 4 tracks per side, you do a nice 8-track album, and you know, let me just take the songs and screw around with some of the arrangements and that. And I think I came out with it was like 1815 on one side and 1825 on the other or something. I was like, holy shit, this is like the most evenly divisible album of all time. It's like if this were on
Almost
cassette,
like
it would be
you planned
great.
it.
Oh my God, right? It's just, yeah, it was super, super cool. Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun doing that. NickHowellRocks.com. And so you said James Cunningham, who's hanging out with us, and the Rock Odyssey. What's the Rock Odyssey? What is this whole thing?
It's this really cool new thing. Yeah, so it's basically, I don't even know how I can describe it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a new way to learn about a musician or to discover a musician. So you sign up for it, and it's free music for 5.5 days. So the first day
wow.
is just a simple, okay, well, here's how it works. You go to this website and you get your free song, and there's all this other cool stuff that happens too. And then the second day of the Rock Odyssey is a tour of my studio and all my instruments. And I teach you how to make a theremin out of 3 radios.
No way.
And then the third day is kind of a weird day. You have to make a decision. And you either
Ooh.
choose the forest path or the desert path. And
Oh, wow.
the decision that you make kind of comes from your personality.
I see. So it's a choose your own adventure book, but if you choose the desert path, then you just hear Horse with No Name on repeat for 2.5 days until the course ends. So choose wisely, folks.
Yeah, and then day 4 you go to space.
What?
And then
Okay.
day 5 is a journey uphill. So with every
journey
website
uphill.
that you've ever been on, you scroll down. But with this one, this website is different, and you scroll
Scroll
up. You gotta scroll up to the top of the hill to
Oh
get
my
your
God.
song.
Do you have to drop to the bottom first, or when the site loads, it like puts you
When
at
the
the
site
bottom?
loads, you are on the bottom. You can't scroll down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you have to scroll all the way up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's free
Space-
if you wanna. If anyone here wants to check it out.
Oh, sorry. Hello?
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
I'm
we're
back.
back. I'm not too sure what happened. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually. We might drop for a second, then we're going to come on back. And now we should be back. All right. I can hear you. You can hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we're back. I just switched to the other internet in the house. We have a couple different options. So
Oh, you did
sorry.
that really quick.
Oh yeah. That's the beauty of being able to do this all on your phone. Is you could just go up and just bam, 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 and off you go, and just let it load up, and you don't have to do anything else, and it does it all. I was told that I would not be able to do this with my phone. I am happy to prove everybody wrong. Google Chrome with the Use Desktop website feature is just as good. And $400 worth of audio equipment helps a lot too. So sorry, you start out at the bottom of the website. I think that's where we were.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on day 5 of the Rock Odyssey. You
Nice.
start off at the bottom of the website, and you have to scroll to the very top of the hill to get your song that day.
That's too cool, man. I love the creativity there. It's so cool. And I just, and like Tobias says here, like your website really is like one of the most engaging that I've seen from like an emerging artist or like an artist on the indie circuit or something like that. My website, it's got some good features. It's got some limitations. I've kind of done the best with what I can do. And I've just sort of gone the Wikipedia route and just like filled it up with as much crap as you care to learn about me. Like you go to the bio and you can do the short one, which is 1 paragraph, or you can do the life story, which is like 15.
Yeah.
And then like the discography section, you can just go click on each individual one and read all about the album, the release date, the album code, all that crap, and links to buy or listen and all that shit. Man, setting up a website's a lot of work, isn't it?
Oh, man. It really is.
How long did it take you to kind of get NickHowellRocks.com where it is? Because it's so good, man.
It took me a while. I was using Weebly for a while, and I kind of had like a good website, but there were some features that I wanted for the Rock Odyssey that Weebly couldn't do, so I had to switch to Wix. So I had to switch my whole website, redo my whole website over again. But it didn't take all that long because I had something to work off of. I was just copying my website essentially.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But there's always little things that you either can't do this or you can't do that, and
oh yeah, I'm using Webador, and one of the things that you can't do with Webador is store a downloadable file greater than 45 megabytes. So selling digital albums in my web shop on my website is out of the question. So if people want to buy digital albums, I have to redirect them to Bandcamp for that. So I mean, it's all just done by buttons at the bottom of everything. So it's a streamlined enough process, but eventually they end up clicking out, and they've got to go to Bandcamp, and then they see it there, right? And then the format changes, and then if you don't know Bandcamp, then you go, holy shit, what just happened?
yeah.
But the other part of that is that, like, if somebody buys like a CD or a vinyl on MikeHaggett.com, they don't get the digital version automatically sent to them because Webador can't store a file big enough for that. So what happens
is
is
Dropbox for that?
I set up a Google Drive for that. So what I do is I monitor it on the back end, and when I see a sale come through for one of the CDs or the LP or whatever, I go, oh, okay, cool. And then I take down their info because I got to go plug that into Kanaki anyway. To get the unit made and sent to the people. But then I also I'll send them, the generic cut and paste thank you email. I've got the format and everything made. and then I'll just include a Google Drive link and be like, yeah, you are now entitled to the digital version of this album. And then they just click that and download it as a zip. And then like, it's good. Like it works, but it's like, it works with a lot of back end work. It works because I work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't know, man. Struggling indie musician problems, I guess. Like
Yeah.
nothing's ever perfect, right?
You gotta do your own website. You gotta do your own videos. You
Oh my
gotta be a
God.
videographer. You gotta edit your own videos.
Yeah, you wake up and you're like, oh crap, I gotta make a week worth of content today because this is my day off, and I gotta schedule things and this and that and the other. But it kind of forces you to sort of step it up a little bit. Like okay, so I was just in Sault Ste. Marie jamming with a band of good friends that I've got together there, and so I was like, well, we're all plugged into the digital mixing board. So basically all you hear are drums and the acoustic guitar a little bit. But everything else you only hear through the headphones because it all runs into the interface and then it all just pumps out here. And it like drastically reduces the jam room noise, which is fantastic. It's a phenomenal setup. And I was like, well, boys, why don't we just record that audio and take my cell phone camera and mount it in the top corner and we'll do like a fly on the wall thing and whatever else, right? And like, so now it forces you to think in those terms, like, well, cool, now I can take, I don't know, the best 3 songs and some random banter and behind the scenes footage and kind of pop them in and make like a 15-minute video and premiere that on YouTube. And speaking of, the Steel Town sessions will premiere on this YouTube channel on the 30th. So Saturday night, you can see that in the upcoming premieres section of the page. And so all of you watching, I hope you will be there because it's a super cool little video. A little flickery because the front camera on the phone keeps adjusting the exposure. So as long as you're not epileptic, I will see you on Saturday. So there we go. Yeah.
I'll be there.
I appreciate it. Good. Every time I do one of these streams, I bring a new person on and then I get one new fan. This is my growth strategy. I'm going to end up doing 1 million of these to get my 1 million fans and then I can retire. Because 1 million streams on Spotify is like $4,000 and that's about enough to retire these days, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retire for
to buy
weeks.
Yeah, I'll take a 2-week vacation, then come back and cry about it. Tobias says, Mike, your website's great, but Nick is just on another level. Man, 100%, it really is. You're selling me on Wix. I mean, I never thought that somebody would sell me on Wix. But maybe at some point when my Webador renews, I'll consider moving to Wix. Because I mean, once I have my website, I can really just port over one page at a time and it's sort of like once you've created the content, it's really just a matter of copy and paste and whatever. So
Yeah.
it is something to consider. Space Piranha, when you have a chance, I'd love to hear a bit about the album art for Traveler. It's so gorgeous and alluring. I wanted to discuss that with you because I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
It's so
Hold on a
freaking,
second.
oh my God, dude, it's so intricate. Like, just look at
Right
that.
here.
And just all the little details, the edges, the frames, everything. Yeah. Big time.
Yeah. So
thank you, Space Piranha.
The image in the middle is actually a drawing by Anne Yvonne Gilbert. And Anne Yvonne Gilbert is an artist from the UK, and she's actually had her drawings made into stamps for the Royal UK Mail.
No way. Okay.
So yeah, and I called her up, and I was just wondering if I could use a bit of her art for my album. Because I first learned of her from a book called Wizardology.
Okay.
And if you know that book, then you may know where the inspiration came from for a lot of my stuff.
No, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, but so she did a lot of illustrations for that book, and yeah, she sent me back like, well, if you want me to do an original thing, then that's going to cost quite a bit of money, but you can use any of these images for free. So I used
Wow.
I used this one. It's just stunning.
Yeah, it really is.
And then yeah, the rest of it I just kind of designed myself, just to look cool, I guess.
Nice. Like, so you even like a lot of the frames and all that stuff, you just did that all yourself, or like, do you have a
Yeah.
program that you use for that? It's
Yeah, I
it's
use
just-
Canva for pretty much
you're
everything
another
that
Canva
I do.
guy. Oh, right
Yeah.
on. My wife actually spun me over to Canva about 2-3 months ago. She said, it's just really cool for like the photo editing that Microsoft Paint can't do.
Yeah.
Because I'm an MS Paint kid. I had Photoshop and I got rid of it. I was like, I don't know I don't know what a layer is. I don't know how any of this crap works. Tobias probably going to shoot me. I think he does a lot of a lot of visual art. Sorry, but yeah, no, I don't know what layers are or any of that. Yeah, yeah. What about Squarespace? I've heard about Squarespace, but I have no idea what that even is. Huh. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I don't know what Squarespace really is. I should learn. There are a couple like big YouTube channels that I follow, and every now and then they're like, and thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. And as soon as I hear that, I just jump ahead 2 minutes to actually watch what I came for. So maybe I should like just let their little spiel play through one of these days and learn just what the hell it is. Yeah. If you're if you're not focused on being deaf, you can make videos. Cool. Yeah, right on. Yeah, just put. I was talking about the video flickering. It's like, just put a fucked up filter on it to cover that up. Yeah, probably sure. I probably could. Yeah. So my wife gets a percentage of sales. No, she does not. But she is considering hand making some merch for my next album. Some limited edition handmade stuff. Yeah, super cool. So we will see. You want to play another tune, man?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, and cool.
I said I'd play In Love with the Bottle, so I'll do that one.
Oh yeah, right on. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, I guess he's gone. All right, so this is In Love with the Bottle. I'm in love with the bottle. I'm in love with my blues. I'm in love with tomorrow. Wouldn't you be too? Oh, my hand, they are shaking, and my heart is going too. 'Cause I just heard the news, didn't want it to be true, 'cause I'm still in love with you. Well, you said those days were over, and you said never again. And I told you either or, now you're passed out on the floor, and it hurts way too much to end. So I'm in love with the bottle. with the bottle, and I'm in love with the blues, and I'm in love with someone, and I know that I should just run, but I can't help loving you. I'm in love with the bottle, and I'm in love with the blues, and I'm in love with the bottle. Now I'm just like you. I'm in love with the bottle.
Dude, unreal.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, so there we go. That bluesy kind of tone that I was talking about. Yeah, just absolutely nailed it. So Space Piranha is clapping.
Oh,
There.
thank you.
So that's so nice. So when somebody asks where you got the clap, you can say Space Piranha on YouTube.
That's right.
So that's good. For me, it was Saigon, 1971.
Space Piranha. That reminds me of another song. I'll have to do another song for you, Space Piranha.
Oh
next
yeah,
one.
yeah, absolutely. Some Sam Cooke. Yeah, that's a really good comparison. I was trying to kind of figure out who it sort of reminded me of. That's really good. Yeah, very cool. No cliches. Yeah, no. Space Piranha took their clap back. That's really too bad. Well, thoughts and prayers to you. It's fun while you had it.
Yeah, it was good while it lasted.
I really like that song, and I particularly like the line. I'm in love with the bottle now. I'm just like you, and this is cool because this will tie into the next one that I'll do pretty well. A song called "Twist of Fate," and this is one that I'm working on for my upcoming album, which is very far from being done. But now that I have my audio interface in that, this was sort of the hold up, or at least the excuse that I was giving myself for the hold up. So things should pick up in pace. But this is a song that was actually named after probably the crappiest bottle of white wine that my ex ever brought home back in the day. So yeah, it's kind of a fun one. And it's a very quick song. It's like 180 beats per minute. So I've always slowed it down when I do it live. So I might slow it down a little bit from like the 180 for this one tonight, but I'll play it a little faster than I may have in some previous live streams. Let's see. Tobias is saying, Nick, we, like you, Mike and I, have to work together, man. Tell them about my diversity, Mike. Blues, rock, retro wave. It's true. Tobias is like a super huge jack of all trades. And you really should check out his album, Smoke and Mirrors. It's on Bandcamp. And actually, sure. He just listed his vinyl not too long ago, which I helped master for him. And so this kind of gets into the whole paying it forward now that I have a little bit of vinyl knowledge. Not nearly as much as you do, but a little more than I knew last time or before I knew anything at all. So yeah, it's super cool. But yeah, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So I want to play Twist of Fate now. I'm itching to play this one.
All right, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, Tobias. I can't sing faster than 140 BPM without spitting all over myself. Well, all right, stick around then. Here, I'll even drink some water. See if that lubes up the pipes enough that I end up spitting all over myself. Cool. All right, Nick, I'm going to kick you. I'm not very graceful with the whole, kicking yet. I've realized afterward, I just sort of kicked myself almost like mid-sentence. You were just like, oh shit, I guess I'm here. So let's do it a little bit more gracefully. Bye for now, Nick.
All right. See ya in a bit.
All right, we'll see you in like 3 minutes. So don't get lost. All right, cool. There we go. Well, that's a little better. All right, and then I can lose these because I cannot hear myself yet through this setup. I'm sure there's a way that I can monitor through StreamYard. I just haven't figured it out yet. But that's okay. It's super cool. I know how to pop things on the thing here. Pop things on the thing. Yeah, so very, very cool. All right, well, we will rock a little twist of fate for you here. What do you say, folks? I hope you're all having a good time. I mean, you guys are all here, so that's got to be good enough. So yeah, this is a song named after probably the worst bottle of white wine that my ex brought home once upon a time, and, well, it left when she did, and that was just fine. Cold December, the darkest lows and the deepest blues. No, I don't remember how much it goes, how much I lose. And I try to listen, but you make excuses and not to choose. Crack that smile and shake those hips. Press that bottle to your lips. Crack that smile and shake those hips. Press that bottle to your lips. Well, have you seen my baby? She's flying high in a black balloon. She hasn't been here lately, but I hold out hope that you'll be here soon. But I don't want to keep her with a setting sun and a rising moon, yeah. Crack that smile and shake those lips. Press that bottle to your lips. Crack that smile and shake those hips. Press that bottle to your lips. You got that old town up in fits. You're loose, this if you sinking ships. I never thought that it'd come to this. Be the one you can't resist. You're as good as gone. When I'm good to go, you're as good as gone. When I'm good to go, you're as good as gone. When I'm good to go, you're as good as gone. When I'm good to go, you're as good as gone. When I'm good to go, you're as good as gone. When I'm good to go, you're as good as gone. Gone, gone. Crack that smile, shake those hips. Press that bottle to your lips. Shake those hips, press that bottle to your lips, yeah. You got that old town up in fit. Is your loose, there's a bit sinking ships. little twist of fate for all you guys. Oh, right on, right on. Oh, thank you.
That was awesome.
Ah. Oh man, I'm too old and fat to be writing pop punk. I swear to God. Oh man, but the studio version of that is it's just so fun.
Yeah.
It really is. So yeah, right on. Yeah, Tobias, a twist of fate. Yeah. Let's see. Love your tight, direct, effective rhythms and superb vocal skill. Well, thank you very much. Especially because I'm the second best vocalist on the stream right now. So, yeah.
That makes me the third. I don't know.
No, man, no way. You've got that powerful high register, man. It really just soars. That's one of the things that I really like about your material, and it's one of those things that was a nice surprise because like the first song I knew of yours was Late Nights and Early Mornings, and you don't really go into that super high part of the register. And then when I found the rest of the Traveler album and listened to it, I was like, holy shit, man, this guy can really get up there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah. Fly down, Mike. I'll get you in shape. You know what, man? I could hop a plane on my next week off. Yeah, for sure. Take you cycling and get you boxing. Man, I would love to learn boxing. That'd be so cool.
That would be.
Yeah, I only really ever knew one person who did boxing, and every single time she and I would hang out, all I could think of is the entire time is this girl could kick my ass right now. That's super cool, man. And I like cycling, I really do. Where I live, I don't have a bike. I wish I did, but it would just get stolen. The north be like that. So I live in a small town about 500 miles north of Winnipeg. And well, that's a treat. So, yeah.
Well, at least if it gets stolen, it can't go far.
Well, that's true. You just kind of know generally where to look. But yeah, it'd just be a pain in the ass. I guess that's the real exercise is when your bike gets stolen, you got to run around town looking for it. Yeah, no, you're right. That could get me into shape pretty good there. Yeah, cool. I have a feeling I might know where you're going with your next song, and I want to see if I'm right. But the one I'm thinking of is one of the last probably 3 songs on the Traveler album. Am I?
Could be right. You could be.
Yeah,
within,
could be.
The vicinity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then you were like, yeah, Space Piranha, and I was like, I think I might know where he's going with this, which is super cool. So we will see if I'm right. I'll tell you what I'll do. Shit, I don't have a pen here. I was going to say I'll write it down beforehand, and then if you play it, then I'll be like, oh yeah, cool. Well, you probably already know what I would guess. Yeah, so good enough. We'll preemptively say that I'm right. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
You'll be on the honor system. Because when we come back, you could just say, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Well, I'm a pretty honorable guy. Well, I guess that depends on who you ask. But yeah, I think I'm pretty honorable. So tell everybody a little bit about this one, and I will gracefully bow out now and give you the stage. So here we
So close. All right. Yeah, so this is for Space Piranha, and just made me think of this song that I wrote a while ago when I was researching comets. And there's one comet that I thought it was called the Swift Turtle Comet. And I thought that was the coolest name for a comet ever. Swift Turtle, blazing across the sky. And I wrote a whole song about it. And then I found out the next day, because I was researching this pretty late. It was, 11 or 12 or 1 or 2, maybe even 3 in the morning. I was tired. My eyes weren't quite working right. It's not Swift Turtle. It's called the Swift Tuttle Comet. So Swift Tuttle is more accurate, but Swift Turtle is a lot cooler. And it goes like this. West wind blows. That's right now. Swift turtle, run now. You better go. You better go. Swift turtle, run now. You better go. You better go. Swift turtle, run now. Be slow. Oh no. Don't be slow. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, there it is. I forgot to unmute myself.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I muted
Were
my
you
really
right?
enthusiastic. Yes, I was, but only about 3/4 right, and I'll explain that. But first, I got to give you the proper. So here we go. Take 2. Yeah, there you go. Because I muted it the first time because I'm still just a growing boy. As soon as you were like, yeah, Space Piranha, I was like, yeah, Swift Turtle. But usually I'm really, really good for listening for lyrics. But the problem with that song, and pretty much all everything on the Traveler album, is that I just get so lost in the music and just start banging my head around. And then I don't actually listen to the lyrics. So when I saw Swift Turtle, I was like, oh, that's got to be in reference to Turtle Island, the whole indigenous sort of outlook. And so it was super cool hearing about it because I was like, I get the song right, but the meaning way off. And then as I'm listening to the lyrics, I'm like, oh, well, if I would have listened to the lyrics, I'd have known
Oh, it
that.
might not be so far off. I mean, Swift
Yeah.
Turtle, a turtle flying through space.
Right. And doing so rather swiftly. There's not
Yeah,
exactly
Earth
air
is doing
resistance. Right. So, yeah, okay. All right. In that case, I was 100% right. And haters can suck it. Good stuff. Yeah, Space Piranha. Yeah, I have expected Angry Moon. That would have been the other one. Yeah, maybe we'll bug you to play that one.
Oh, that's a cool one. I wish I
It's
had
such a good tune.
my full setup here. Normally in concerts, I have the angry moon. The song ends with the moon crashing into the earth. It's really neat.
Oh yeah, nice. How do you do all that for your live? Like, what's sort of the setup that you use for all that?
The last time I did it with a curtain that came down at the end of the song, and a light came on, like, so you could see me, and I was backlit. And then someone very slowly put a plate over the light, so that the moon came down over the curtain, and it like blacked out, and then all you could hear was the thunder.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Oh man, that's
Inspired
so
by
awesome.
Majora's Mask, definitely.
Yeah, sweet. Right on. Well, folks know what's up. Good stuff. Good stuff. I always had a really what I thought was a really cool idea for my live solo shows, and I might do this at some point. But basically, so I play everything, right? I play drums. I can I play bass. I can play some keys enough to get by anyway. And then I play guitar and I sing and all that. I always thought it would be so cool for like just my solo acoustic shows to bring a couple old tube TVs and sort of stack them on top of each other and then play to like full backing tracks that I'd recorded. And like, so on one TV would be me on the drums, the next one would be me with the bass, and the next one on top would be me with the keys, and then me with the guitar and singing live.
That's so
just
cool.
like a couple Mike Haggett like on tube TVs sitting there, but I just don't know how I would sync that all up, and that'd be a big pain in the ass, and not
It
to
is
mention as a
tough.
touring rig. Oh my god, you haul those stupid
All
friggin'
those TVs, yeah, that'd be
Oh my
tough.
God.
I'm doing a similar thing actually,
Okay.
with my concerts this summer, where I'm going to be, playing my guitar, but then I'm going to have a holographic drummer playing my real drum set.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going
Right
to,
on.
actually play my drum set, later on in the show, do a drum solo or something like that.
That is cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try that
How
out,
do you,
see how it works.
How do you how do you like do all the holographic stuff? I've seen some of it, and like it, like when it's done right, it can look really good. But like
Oh, yeah.
just what is it? Is it all just like converging lasers, or like
It's
what is it?
it's not the way I'm doing it is not a true holograph. If you talk to like a physics major,
Okay.
it's just a static projection, but it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, sweet. So you just like the big white curtain right behind the drum kit, and then like if you're sitting there, you can just kind of see it all. Then like that's.
No,
That's
there's no
more how
white
you're doing
curtain.
it? Oh no.
No.
Okay.
You'll have to see it.
Okay. Space Piranha says you can make it look like the drummer possesses you when you approach the kit. That would be cool.
That would be
yeah.
cool.
That'd be super awesome. Very cool. As you played a song, I should play a song, huh? I think that's how this works. Cool. All right. Well, how about I play a song and then we'll. How much time do you have? Because I could keep you here all night, but
We'll have a little bit more time.
yeah. We're at an hour and a half. Maybe we'll shoot for like 2 hours. That's cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sweet. All right. Any famous last words before I give you the boot for a couple of minutes?
Just rock on.
All right. All right. Now he's about to go away, everybody, but it's okay. I haven't banned him. He's not canceled. You can come on back. That's how we do this. Okay. So everybody say bye, Nick. Well,
See you guys in a
comment
bit.
section is a little light at the moment, but that's okay. All right. Oh, I accidentally clicked the. Oh, I can edit your display name. Oh, that's dangerous. I'm still learning all the shit I can do here. Okay, here we go. All right. Cool. So, if he does Angry Moon, then I've got a song called Take Back the Moon that I'll play after that. So there's your little spoiler for the evening. But for now, man, lately I've just been having so much fun. I've been having so much fun playing the few songs for the new album that are like finally like fully fledged, finished, whatever other F words you could possibly come up with. And I feel like it might be a little bit unfair to some of my more existing stuff that's sort of paid its dues and all that. But I'm really in love with some of the new stuff, and so much in the same vein as the last song, "Twist of Fate." This is a song that sort of follows along the same lines, and this one's called "I've Seen It Before," and this one I'm very proud of. And this song, one line in particular, got a bit of a laugh at the live concert in Sault Ste. Marie. And if you want to hear that, that's all on my YouTube channel here. So go scrolling, but not until after the show. Don't be rude. Cool. I've seen it before. I sit by the house and I wait by the phone. You dial my number when you're feeling alone. But I know my place, I'll stay in my zone. You can hang up on me when your boyfriend gets home. Oh, yeah, well, it's hard now to understand. You leave me standing on the edge of the earth. Oh, you beg me to take your hand, and then you pull away to drive up its worth. Oh, all of your games of supply and demand that you've been playing since a storied rebirth. Don't wanna play no more. Don't wanna put no yours, 'cause I've seen it before. Oh, I've seen it before. I'm telling you now, girl, it's not what I planned. With you holding my heart in the palm of your hand. But I'll tell you something, I think it's the truth. Yeah, your looks are fading, and so is your youth. Oh, baby, it's hard now to understand. You leave me standing on the edge of the earth. Oh, you beg me to take your hand, and then you pull away to drive up its worth. Oh, all of your games of supply and demand that you've been playing since I saw it rebirth. Don't wanna play no more. Your love is such a chore. Oh, and I've seen it before. Oh, I've seen it before. I'm screening your number and ignoring your calls. You're pitching a fit as you tear at the walls. scream out you love me, but I know it's false. So go back and live in your house with your dolls. Oh, places, get in your places. It's hard now to understand. You leave me hanging on the edge of the earth. Oh, you beg me to take your hand, and then you pull away to dry up its worth. Oh, all of your games of supply and demand that you've been playing since our story rebirth. Don't wanna play no more. Your love is such a chore. I don't wanna play no more. Oh, your love is such a bore. And I've seen it before. I've seen it before. Oh, and I've seen it before. Oh yeah, there we go. Right on. I've seen it before.
Awesome.
Hello.
That sounded great.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man, very much.
I really like that line in the first verse. Where it's like, you can hang up on me when your boyfriend walks in the door.
That
savage line.
Yeah, this song was inspired by personal events from luckily many years ago now, as is pretty much everything I write. But that song got a laugh at the Sault Ste. Marie show. Played that live about a week and a half ago.
It kind of reminds me of the not musically, but the Michael Jackson song "Dirty Diana." The very last verse of it. Do you know that song?
I don't think I do, and I'm super embarrassed because MJ's just fantastic. What album's that on?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
I wish I knew. But
Homework for me. Yeah, I really should just like sit through his whole discography because God, what a phenomenal artist.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the last line of that of the verse is, or the last verse is like this girl is trying to, come on to him, and he's like, no, I have a girlfriend, and he goes to call her, and he calls his girlfriend, and he's like, unlock the door because I forgot the key. And then Dirty Diana comes up, and she shouts in the phone, he's not coming back because he's sleeping with me.
Nice. Yeah, but the kid is not my son. That's what you need to remember above all else.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right. Oh, it's on his Bad album. Thank you, Tobias. Now I know where to start. I have his first album. Why the hell am I blanking on the name of it? It was, it had like Burn This Disco Down and all that on it. Oh, man. What was that album called? Anyway, and of course, Thriller, which I believe I also have on vinyl.
Sweet.
Yeah, fantastic album. That was one of the proudest additions to the vinyl collection. That and Purple Rain from Prince, because when I got the LP, Purple Rain became the first and I believe only album that I own on CD, cassette, and vinyl. So yeah, that was cool. Right on. My track is about to play over on You Rock on Thomas Christ's show. Well, that's super awesome. Hey, if you don't mind, please tell TC thank you from me, and I'll be sure to comment that on his video after the fact. He's still going. Hey, man, he must have a hell of a lineup tonight. It's super cool. And Nick, if you're looking for kind of a new community to meet. Our little community on YouTube here is super wholesome. I've met a lot of really, really great artists. Check out Thomas Christ and Pete John's Studio Live Today, because they both host shows where basically you submit your music and then they play them live on the show, and everybody comes and hangs out in the comments because obviously they want to see their stuff played, but then they also want to hear everybody else, and it's super wholesome, and it's just a great way to spend a couple hours.
Yeah, that is really neat.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Oh, good. Tobias' song Fire. Oh, I'm glad you submitted that one, dude. That's such a good song. Yeah. Right on, right on. Okay, well, shit, I really appreciate that. Oh, man. Everybody's just so awesome. And I love it to bits. So, yeah, I reached out to Tobias, at the beginning of April, I think it was, when I heard that he was releasing an album on the 22nd, and I was like, hey, if you want to get if you want to do a vinyl release for your album, I've done one, and like I know things, and just let me help you. And because like now that like I know about this, right, it's one of those things I had thought was out of reach for 15 years, and there are artists walking all among us who still think it's out of reach, and it's not. So basically, I ended up having a bit of a hand co-producing that album, and now it's out on vinyl and all that stuff, which is super cool. I'm kind of trying to take my personal record label, Morning Star Studios. I want to kind of take that to another level, as like sort of an artist collective almost. So I've got to figure out a good way to do that. If I could get about 10 artists on board, then, we could share costs for things like split the domain fees and all that stuff. And then I can get everybody like their own section on the website, and then they can all sell their music. Like they can list it all. Cause I mean, with Kanaki, it's a big pain in the ass, right? If you're just like, here's the Kanaki link to my LP. And then people go there and they're like, what, is it just a virtual thing? Cause like the buy record retail buttons like that big at the bottom.
Tiny.
And like, what the hell is that? So like, yeah, like a centralized web shop and all that stuff. And it'd be a lot of work behind the scenes, but man, I think it'd just be so much fun. So, always thinking ahead to the next great venture, as it is. So yeah, I wonder if maybe I could get that, to coincide with the launch of my next album, whenever that's, ready to go, but something to think about. But what is next for Nick Howell?
That's a good question. I think, this summer I'm going to be doing lots of concerts, hopefully. And then my next album should be out soon, probably about 70% done, maybe.
Nice. It's further
So maybe
along than I
sometime in
am.
the summer.
That'd be cool. Vinyl release, CD release, all the good stuff again.
All the goods.
All the goods. Right on, man. That's super cool. And you're playing live a whole bunch, eh? You've kind of got like a summer concert schedule kind of running, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, that is so cool. Have you thought about like live streaming those concerts on YouTube or things like that, or?
I have thought about it. I don't really know if I can do it with some of them because they're out kind of in the woods almost. So I don't know what kind of reception I would get out there,
Yeah. I liked when you taped Traveler. It was like out on some hill at a park.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
not
you had
far
your
from
whole
my house, actually.
Oh, nice. Because like you had the whole, I imagine a PA or something set up with the drum backing tracks and all that. Man, that was just so cool.
Yeah.
Just
It was
watching
a
that
very
tape.
tiny PA.
Oh,
You
yeah.
couldn't see it in the video because I don't have it up here with me. But it was just a Bose SoundLink.
Really?
Those little Bose systems?
Oh, the baby bows, yeah.
Yeah, that was my PA for that gig.
Oh my god, it sounded huge, man. Like
Hmm.
really, really big time huge. Um, Tobias said he expects me to help him with the follow up album, Shockwaves. Absolutely, man. You know that. We are all in this and we're doing it. Yeah, that is too cool, man.
And it was
Um,
so cold that day.
I think you might have put that in the video description or in one of the comments. You're
Oh,
like, it's like
yeah.
10 below out here, but you can't see it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my music video for the Nature of the Times, which just a little while ago passed 2,000 views, which was super awesome. Um, we taped that outdoors here in Thompson, Manitoba, and of course, the day we chose to tape, it was 24 below.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
So basically, for everywhere that we set the camera up, my car was running with the heat on full, like literally 10 feet away from the camera. And so I'd be like, did we get the take? Dag, for the love of God, tell me we got the take. And he'd be like, yeah, we got the take. And I'd run into the car and just sit there. And, oh my God, this is so not worth it. But and Dag from Natural Aspects Promotions, man, he did such a good job on that video, and it was very well worth it. Yeah, so that is super cool. If anyone reading this needs a co-producer, Agatha's great objective here. Send him 20 tracks and let him pick the ones for the album. Well, I like doing that. I love screwing with track sequences. I don't know if that's something you enjoy or not at all.
Yeah, there's an art to that for sure.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like when he was sending me these songs, I'd hear one and I'd be like, "Oh, that's a track 2," or
Yeah.
that's track 8, Like you kind of almost like decide that as soon as you hear it, like, "Oh, this would sound really good following something that sounds a little different. Well, what am I looking for?" And then you listen to them all, and then you find one, and you're like, "That's one, that's two." Yeah, I had,
And
I
then
just,
vinyl adds a
just
whole nother
blast.
element to it because you have, the start of side 1 and then the start of side 2.
Well, yeah, and that was the fun thing about doing Tobias's album. He had just this little 2.5 minute like sort of disco instrumental type of thing, with like clips of Churchill and the Never Surrender speech that would just kind of pop on and off. And he'd be like, he sent it to me and he was like, honestly, man, like I just did this thing for fun. I don't know, it's a bit of a throw. And I was like, no, that's the end of side 1. That's what that is. Like
Yeah.
that's like specifically what that's crafted for. And man, it works so well there. It's unreal. Tobias, Nick, where are you again? Which part of C? I assume he means which part of Canada.
Which part of Canada? I am in
Yeah.
Ontario, in Wabashine, Ontario.
Yeah, which for you Americans or Canadians, that's in Ontario, and it's a little ways north of Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
An hour
but
and a half
basically,
north.
whenever you think of Ontario, you go, oh, you mean Toronto, or as the locals say, Toronto. Like with the CH, I'm pretty sure Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to drop
that's
the
it.
first O for sure.
Oh yeah, you just drop it all. Cool,
Add an A
cool.
at the end of it.
Yeah, that's the one. Cool, cool. Just going through comments, and man, I could go through. Man, I could go through comments all day. Oh, Space Piranhas.
Space
in
Brown is
your
in
neck of the
Wob
woods?
too.
That's so cool.
Cool.
Right on. Tobias wants to know, how far apart are we geographically? Probably about 2,000 miles. Canada's huge. I'm only one province over from the province
Yeah.
he's in, but I'm a little ways north and very, very, very far west. I mean, Ontario, I think, is like the size of like 7 Texases. And Manitoba is probably the size of about 2 or 3 Texases. Texi? I don't know. Whatever. You want to do a little Angry Moon? Show folks with that one? Yeah. Cool. Space Piranha says if you play 500 miles 4 times. Yep, that's about right. All right, I will excuse myself and give you the stage, man. Let's see if I can do this gracefully. 3rd time's a charm. Okay, and 3, 2, 1.
I think that was the best one yet. Lullabies will tire our eyes when the angry moon draws near tonight. Over the farmhouse it glows red, and as it grows in the sky, free from our beds. Oh, and it's the angry moon. We had a giant or two. Over the farmhouse it glows bright, and when we hope and we pray, we say that night. Oh, and it's the angry moon. Oh, what are we to do? Thank you. At that point, the moon crashes and lights out and all that. If you could just imagine that.
You guys are all creative. You can do it. You guys can all do it. Yeah. I really like this. Okay, so Tobias says, wonderful ebb and flow. Nick Howell has a nice way of painting each instrumental part with the song structure, guitar playing, and vocal delivery. And that's absolutely just the way you play on the dynamics and the ups and the downs, well, the ebbs and the flows. I mean, hell, why am I even trying? Tobias knocked it out of the damn park. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, Lily Pillies back from Australia.
The crowd goes crazy.
let us know if we're upside down. Yeah, that's super good stuff. Yeah,
thank you.
time. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe I'll play one more, and then we'll get to wrapping this baby up because we have been going a while. But yeah, it's just so fun.
It is.
I'll play you guys another one off of my 2020 album, If Ever Comes the Day. Now, if you're sitting here going, man, he hasn't played anything off of Bridges, well, go listen to that album online or buy it. Just buy it, and then you can hear it all you want. And again, we'll talk about the vinyl after, and we'll do some closing thoughts on that maybe. But for now, I'll give you guys a little jam called "Take Back the Moon," which is a song I really like. Well, I just figured, if you're doing the angry moon, then
Yeah.
maybe we'll take it back.
This is the moon section of the live stream.
Correct. We are mooning the audience. Collectively, so it's good that we each brought our lunar game to the show tonight. I think that's really, really beautiful. Yeah, our next project, Shockwaves, is gonna have to have backing vocals and a 12-string. Well, there we go. I'm maybe 1/50th the guitar player you are, but I'm more than happy to lay a little something down if you like. Cool. All right, well, a little song called "Take Back the Moon," and then we'll move toward the closing remarks and all that good stuff. So Nick is going away again, but don't worry, he's not getting canceled. He's coming right on back. There he goes. All right, "Take Back the Moon" from my 2020 album, If Ever Comes the Day. Y'all excited for this? You should be. Mike is too humble. I am not. I'm the most humble guy you'll ever meet. I am the humblest. All right, so yeah, this is a song called "Take Back the Moon." I'm pretty proud of this one. It's just sort of inspired by looking around the kind of less than ideal history of our country, and the need to really sort of reconcile with our First Nations. And yeah, I really, really like this one, and I hope that you do as well. Well, I don't know if these rivers turn to gold as it was told, as they traveled westward bold and without a care, for the ones residing there I can't undo all the pain that this caused you, but I take back the moon if you ask me to. Yeah, take back the moon if you ask me to. Would that please you? Would that please you? Isn't it a wonder If the stars should turn to stone, where would that leave us? For we care not for our own, nor the system he was crafted, so that some may get ahead if others being shafted. As supremacy was spread, but it take back the moon. If you ask me to, oh, take back the moon. If you ask me to, would that please you? Would that please you? Take back the moon. If you ask me to, oh baby, I take back the moon. If you ask me to, would that please you? Oh, would that please you? That please you? That please you? Yeah, I'll take back the moon. Glad
Nice.
Nick back in. Hello.
Nice.
Thank you. As I was playing that, I was looking again down at your album, and I love the logo. If I can get.
Oh, thank
get it
you.
up there. Is that Canva or how'd you do that? Or just one of Life's Great Mysteries?
I made it. I can't remember if that was
One of Life's
Canva
Great
or if that
Mysteries.
could have been Paint.
Oh well, if that's Paint, I'm damn impressed. That's so cool. I love the two wolves. You know, like they always say, inside everyone are two wolves, which is a problem because medically speaking, the ideal number of wolves inside a person is 0. So that's beautiful. Very, very cool. Yeah. Everybody seems to be having a good time here. Yeah, Tobias. I haven't heard this one unless you played it last week live. Oh, wait. No, I know it. Do I? Tobias having an existential crisis in the chat. You think, therefore you do, I think is how that goes. When you get a chance, watch some earlier parts of the show. Both these guys played more great songs. I appreciate that. Really do. And then yeah, Tobias said he could hear steel string on that. Yeah, on the studio version of that one, just a lot of nice violins that just sort of swoop in there, following the choruses, and they just kind of smooth it all over in a really, really nice way. And Nick, seriously, your website design is fantastic. I wish I had your skills for mine.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I built my website and basically I left the landing page alone. I was like, screw it. People land and they get just the worst landing page, and then they can click on to all the other things where all the crap is, because I never knew what to do with a landing page. And even now I still don't really know. I've got something there. It's kind of just whatever. It's the best I can come up with. For an artist, I'm not a particularly creative person, which is a bit of a problem, really, but I do what I can. Very cool. So Nick Howell, rock star, rock and roll odyssey aficionado, vinyl expert, incredible live performer with fake moons that crash into the earths and stuff, and holograms. I mean, man, I gotta up my live game. You'll see
I don't
if
have
you
the
go.
holograms yet. They're
Well,
coming.
but you're getting there, and
Yeah.
that's a good thing. If you go
And
down
then
my
down
channel,
the road, I'm gonna have tornadoes too.
oh shit, yeah, okay, that's cool. Until
Yeah.
they
I was
bring
able to
down
make
the,
one. I have a YouTube video. I was able to make one in my living room, but maybe it's not surprising. It's difficult to make a
Really?
tornado in open air in your living room.
I was gonna say you got to blow really, really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be that'd leave you a little winded.
Yeah. Blow the audience away.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my ex always said I was a bit of a blowhard. Right on. Cool. Well, like this has been so much fun, and I hate to bring it to a close, but I'm sure you have a life and you'd like to get back to it. So any famous last words before we kind of cap this thing?
I would just say, I don't know. Join
Live,
the
laugh,
Rock
love.
Odyssey.
Yeah, join the Rock Odyssey. Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
I'm going to wait until I've got a dedicated block of days off so that I can like properly like wake up every morning and just go right to the computer and do it. Because honestly, that sounds so cool. And like, yeah, just like such creative content, which is something I think a lot of us like struggle with. Just waking up and going, ah, shit, I gotta put something on Instagram or I gotta put another thing on Facebook. But like, how do you actually make really substantial stuff? But you don't seem to have that problem because you've got some fantastic ideas.
I have the opposite problem.
yeah.
I have, I just don't know what to post on Instagram, so I just don't post for a long time, and then I get a bunch of cool stuff, and then I post a bunch, and then I got nothing for a little while.
Yeah, I'm very much like that. So I end up like trying to come up with like good filler stuff or like, like I'll watch these YouTube shows, right? And like I'll tab off a bunch of songs that I really liked that I heard. And then I'll shout them out in the mornings and stuff like that. Just, have something. And yeah, it's just kind of nice to pay it forward a bit. So yeah, Tobias, Everybody Get Bridges by Mike, Smoke and Mirrors by me, and Run to the Future by the Lily Pillies, and of course Nick's albums, Traveler and We Will Go On. And sorry, did you reveal the name of the upcoming one, or do you have a name yet?
I don't have a name yet.
Don't have a name yet, and be sure to get ready for Nick's Nameless album. Yeah, I'm working on my new album, and it's currently working under the title "All the Best in All You Do," which is sort of a final sign-off that I give to people who I don't want in my life any longer, which is, in a way, is sort of consistent with the themes of the album. Well, I'm sure, as you heard from the two songs tonight.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool. Not totally decided on album art yet or anything like that. My wife and I are... she's a pretty phenomenally skilled photographer, so we're gonna have some fun framing the cover art for that and getting it all done. Yeah, James, what a top show! Great to watching you guys, but it's really nearly 3 a.m. in the UK. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's a baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. Must be lonely.
You should probably listen to Late Nights, Early Mornings then.
Yeah, you absolutely. Well, that was a song that kind of started it
If
all
you have to
for
work
me.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll tell you what. Well, so usually the way this goes is it's simulcast on Facebook. So I do a share contest on Facebook, and basically I encourage everybody on Facebook to share the show everywhere. And then I go through the shares and I find the most engaging one. And then the person who had the most engaging share gets to mandate a song that I have to play on the next live. But since it seems the metaverse is kind of taking a shit with me today, and we are only on YouTube and not Facebook, I think I'm going to hold on this because the winner of that show, who got to select the mandatory cover song for me, is not viewing as best I can see. So I'm going to hold off on that until the May show, where hopefully we are back simulcasting on Facebook, and then I'll play that one for her, which means that I don't really have a famous last word. So let's maybe do something different. Did you want to play us out with a little late nights, early mornings for our friend in the UK who we kept up far too late? Yeah, James, if you're still kicking around, this one is for you, buddy. And thank you all so much.
That sounds good, and thank you, Mike, for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has been. It doesn't feel like 2 hours, but I'll kick myself, and then you can kind of play us out. But then we'll say like a quick goodbye, and then we'll get on out of here. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I'm gonna kick myself. See if I can do it as smooth as the last time here. 3, 2, 1, 0. Ah, shit! I waited too long.
Little late nights, early mornings. The sun comes in and I wake my baby up with some waffles and a kiss, and I'm groggy and I'm tired 'cause I've been up all the night just doing what I do best, which is playing music, of course.
Rockstar ending, man.
Of course.
Good stuff, man. I think that's the best song to close this thing out on. Even if I wanted to do another one, I'm not going to. That's so good. Right on. Well, listen, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I wasn't totally sure how it was going to go, especially once the metaverse kind of took a shit there. But man, this has been so awesome, and a YouTube exclusive this month, as it turned out. So really, really cool stuff. And thank you to everybody who came out, and big thank you to you, Nick, so much.
Well, no problem. Anytime. Big
And
thank
of
you to you,
course-
Mike.
Oh yeah, well I had to do what I could to repay the favor because I mean look at this.
I would put your album
wait.
out here, but I only have the digital version.
Well, for all you fine folks out there, if you would like to get your hands on a vinyl copy of Mike Haggett's new album, Bridges, you can do so by visiting MikeHaggett.com. That's MikeHaggett.com. MikeHaggett.com/bridges. MikeHaggett.com. Once again, Bridges, LP. You know you want it. Go, go, go. There we go. All right. Cool. Yeah, right on. This has been way too much fun, and I really do hope that we keep in touch and keep trading vinyl tips and all that stuff because really when it comes to that, you are the expert. I learn from you, and then I go on and I pass it along to everybody. So what I will say is if you are watching and you are an artist and you would like your album on vinyl, message me at contact@mikehaggett.com and just let me know what you're working on, and I am more than happy to give you a hand as far as track selection, track ordering, or if you've got all that figured out and all you need is just a walkthrough of how Kunaki works or some tips and tricks for mastering, or if you just like me to do it myself. I am more than happy to do all of that. We are all in this together, and we are all traveling to the same destination in the same train. So, with all that being said, I think it's time to wrap it up. You don't have anything else you'd like to add? Nothing to plug? Nothing like that, eh?
I think I plugged everything.
I think so. I believe we are all sufficiently plugged. So very cool. I guess I never know. I really need to come up with a sign-off phrase. Well, until next time, everybody, live, laugh, love. Eat fresh. Mike Haggett, I'm loving it. I don't know. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna go work on that. Cool. So, night all, and one last one here. Nick, again, thank you, and thank you, Mike, for having him. Peace. Yeah, it was
Thanks,
absolutely
Tobias.
my pleasure. Yeah, right on.
Thanks for
You
listening.
guys rock. Yeah, and we'll see about a May live stream. I might go on a live streaming hiatus for May, only because I've got a whole lot of traveling to do, and I've still got a full month of work. And also, my wife and I are going to go on our little honeymoon in May. So it's a very, very busy month. But if I can find an evening to make your ears bleed for a couple of hours, I'm more than happy to do that. So there we go. Push the button, Frank. Nice. Cool. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. And if you hated what you saw, hit that thumbs up or thumbs down button twice. And YouTube hides that count anyway now, so my feelings won't get hurt. Cool.
So you
All right,
might as
thank
well
you.
just hit the thumbs up button. Just hit it aggressively if you didn't like
Might
it.
as well. Yeah, you know
Get some
what?
frustration out.
If you hit your thumbs down button, you don't get a voice. So if you want to have a voice, you better hit the thumbs up button. That's all I'm gonna say. Cool. And on that note, we're gonna wrap this up. So thank you so much, everybody. And until next time, be good to each other and eat, pray, love. I don't know. Good enough.
You'll
See ya.
get it eventually.
Yeah, one of these years. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.